In this video, I'm gonna show you a puzzle, 1,000 pieces, Fearless Rider by Boris Vallejo. He's one of the greatest fantasy illustrators of all times. I'm surprised that there aren't more puzzles based on his art. At least this is the first one that I saw, published by Workman. I think it's also the first time I solve a puzzle by Workman. I have to tell you, I wasn't super impressed with the production. But the real puzzle is fun and nice. So it comes in a box, comes with a mini poster, which is really important because this section here is covered by that label, and it may look like much, but this part of the puzzle is actually pretty hard. It's not bad to have a detailed image to look at. Although it looks like it's just a blob of color. Yes, but the whole puzzle feels like a blob of color, and we'll talk about that later. Pretty strong glossy finish, which gives us this glare, and I'm not even fighting so you don't have it, because actually that's going to be a constant present. As you solve the puzzle, it's really glossy, and so the background glare is going to be part of the experience. The puzzle, the image illustration, as you saw from the cover, it's really nice, but again, from the point of view of the production, it's an okay puzzle. I don't think it really does justice to the beauty of the image, the majesty, the grace, the power embodied in this illustration. It's really impressive. So as a puzzle, as you can imagine, the figure of the Fearless Rider herself is the easiest to solve, at least the top part and the hair. Other than that, it's one of those puzzles where I sort of found myself solving every area at the same time, which is not my favorite way of solving puzzles, I would say. Is what I do when I'm starting to get a little bit desperate and I cannot think of other ways of doing it. I prefer, of course, to sort out a certain area, solve that area, move to the next one, etc, etc, etc. But here, really, after you're done with the edges and with the lighter parts of the background, and again the top part of the body, everything else is a blob. Even the legs here, although they look very different from anything else once the puzzle is solved, they're just split into little blobs of colors that are very similar to some areas that you find here, even some parts of the dragon here. Actually, it turns out that some parts of the leg or on the foot were some of the last pieces I was able to fit. And so for the background, the distribution of colors, this sort of like dark purple, almost black but not quite, almost the same as there. That area very similar to other areas. This mess around here, very difficult. That's just the way it is. And again, if you like a challenge, there's a puzzle that will give you that. And I don't mind the tough, fair challenges. What I don't like very much in puzzles is false positives. I like the idea that every time I fit a puzzle, I'm one step closer to solving the puzzle. I don't like, I guess I have loss aversion. I don't like the idea of losing my progress. That is, I solve an area and then I realize there must be something wrong, I redo it, etc, etc, etc. The entire lower edge was plagued, and I mean plagued, by false positives. I had it looked right, but then it turned out that since I wasn't able to fit in on these pieces, I started undoing it, try again, and I realized that there were many possible combinations that look right but weren't. So actually I unmade the entire bottom edge, and then I solved this other area, and then I added the bottom edge, which is just annoying. So just a puzzle that has a stunning illustration, but I was really not impressed with the cut, with the design of the grid, not enough variety in areas that look the same from the point of view of color. That's where you need to have a lot of variety to avoid the false positives. As for the fit, it's not bad now. It's not bad now. But as I was solving the puzzle, if I had a section I was trying to move it around, it would definitely fall apart. So it has a nice and tight final fit. You'll probably be able to lift it carefully on the two edges to transport it, just by holding two corners and lifting it up like a flag sort of thing. But when you solve it, if you have a group of 5, 6 pieces, I found it virtually impossible to move it around without those falling apart. So stunning image, and I like the final result. Again, a little too much glare for for my taste, but it's an image that I don't know. Maybe I will put it in a temporary poster frame, put it in my game room for a while. Absolutely. But as I was solving, not as fun, not as satisfying as a puzzle as I expected, and that shows that an image is not enough to have a good puzzle. So you have a image which is way above average, at least to my taste, in terms of beauty and majesty, and a puzzle that felt a little bit below average in terms of production.